Hello, hello, everybody. How are y'all doing on this Saturday? I want to come on here today and I want to talk about Shamar'S new manager, Alex. So, y'all come on in if you're around. I know it's Saturday, and I know some of y'all probably got a few things to do, but I'm not gonna keep you long today. So go ahead on. If you're on here, hit that like button, share if you want to share. Come on in the chat box and let's talk about Shamar'S new manager, Alex, and what a job he is doing with Shamar. I would like for y'all to come on head in here so we can talk about it in this chat box. Give you a chance to get up on in here. I want to talk about hit that like button if you pass it on through. Let's get in the chat box and let's talk about it. Today we're talking about Shamar'S new manager Alex. And once again, what a job he's doing with Shamar. I've actually never seen Shamar look as good as he's been looking. And yes, in the past he have been booked and busy, but seems to me as if Shamar is on a whole nother level now. He's on a higher level. He's over there hanging out with Dom in the Body and Suki Hana, and he's I've seen him a few times in the studio with Megan Thee Stallion's ex record label / management. And that guy name is his name is Carl Crawford, I think his name is. And Shamar has been in the studio with him, Diamond the Body, and Sukiana. All of them was in the mix together working on music. Now, Shamar is also working on new music as we speak. So he has some new music coming. So I guess we all got to stay tuned for that. If y'all are up in here, don't be shy. Get in the chat box. Let's talk about it. Shamar had mentioned at one point, and I think a lot of us had come to an agreement that we didn't care for him going back to the wigs and the makeup and the girly look, even though I said each his own. He still looked cute with the wigs and the makeup and the hair and all of that, but he wasn't marketable to the average everyday people on this earth. Okay, and then especially he has those children that he's catering to, that he's doing shows for, and you have the colleges that he's doing shows performing in front of and everything else. And as far as being marketable, his image, your image means everything when it comes to the entertainment industry. So the image that he used to have, even though it may have been cute and he looked pretty, but as far as we talked about the last time I was on here, him being marketable, and he is more marketable now with the new image that he have. You know, he's still who he is. We all know that. Just because you are who you are don't mean you have to dress up in wigs and dresses and skirts and makeup and all of that. If that's your preference, that's just your preference. But I'm more or less talking about as far as the entertainment industry and being marketable out here to the average everyday crowd to make money. So if that's the name of the game, is to get out here and make your money and make your coins, you have to be able to be marketable to the group of people that you out here entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Who are you entertaining? Who is coming to your shows? Who's coming to see you? Okay, who's spending that money? They already know that Shamar is who he is. They know that already. We all know that. Who don't know that? But as far as to be marketable to the group of people that he's catering to, the crowd that he's performing in front of course, the manager came in and switched up his style a little bit, which actually Shamar actually dresses that way anyway. We've all seen Shamar with pants on, caps on his head. We've seen Shamar with the mohawk look. We've seen Shamar with tennis on and t-shirts on. He also wears that. Shamar wear regular clothes. Shamar has never been always. Every time we see Shamar, we have never seen Shamar every day, 7 days a week, wearing wigs and makeup. We have all seen Shamar dressed down in jeans, tennis, t-shirts, and his little mohawk. So he's not always dressing like that in dresses and makeup and wigs anyway. So it's not a surprise to even see him wear his regular clothes. We've all seen him wear his regular clothes. So actually, the way he's dressing, the way that the management team have Shamar dressing now, we've already seen Shamar dress like that. This is nothing new. This is not a shock. If you've been following Shamar for a period of time, you know that when Shamar is on his average everyday journey throughout life, Shamar is not always has never been always in wigs, eyelashes, makeup, and dresses and stuff. Shamar dresses down a lot too. You know what I'm saying? We all seen Shamar wear like regular street clothes and jeans and tennis shoes and stuff in his little cute little mohawk. So like I said, you know, the manager, Alex, what he is doing with Shamar is amazing. I have to give it to him. I have to give him his flowers. Alex is doing such an amazing job with Shamar. As far as the drama and the mess, I think Alex is catching on to a lot of the little drama and the mess that's been going on with Shamar. And as we gathered, the manager, Alex, could be putting a quick stop to all of that. It's some speculation that maybe that was the reason, a part of the reason why Alvo had to move out of Shamar's apartment. Alvo hadn't been in Shamar's apartment a good solid week. He may have been there a week. But hey, Dee, what's up, baby? We're talking about Shamar's new image that his manager Alex got him to the point of looking very professional. What? Where you? Oh, where you at? Toy? I don't know where she is. If you didn't hit the like button, baby, hit that like button. Share it. I don't know where she is. She usually come about. I should have. I don't know where she is. She may come. I don't know. But we talking about Dee. We talking about I know you love Alex, Dee. I know you love Shamar's new manager. We're talking about the new image that Shamar have and the great job that his manager is doing with him. Oh yeah. Girl, you know how they are. They gotta be looking from the outside. They gotta be looking for the. You remind me of when you said get out the bushes. You remind me of S.L. Davis when she come on talk about the bush watchers. Girl, yeah, you know how they do. But it's okay to get in the chat box. Ain't nobody gonna judge. Ain't nobody gonna say a word. They able to come over here and say what they want and make sure they keep it cute. That's all. But Dee, I know you actually love the work that Shamar's new manager Alex is doing with him. And I actually believe now that I've been sitting back watching and observing, thank y'all, whoever that was, for hitting the like button. Thank you. You can come in the chat if you want to come in the chat, but I do appreciate you hitting the like button, even though you may not be able to come in the chat for whatever reasons that you choose to. It's all love over here. Much love. Thank you very much. But look, Didi, I actually think that there is a lot of truth to it. Even Tommy the Gossip even said himself that he even think now that the reason why Albo had to skedaddle out of Shamar'S apartment real quick after he been there for a week, maybe a little less than a week, is because of Alex, that manager. I don't know if Alex got his name on Shamar'S lease. I'm not sure. But everybody was saying that they were speculating that Albo wasn't going to be at Shamar'S apartment for long. That he wasn't. Lo and behold, I look up, I'm getting contacted, and they saying that Albo had to hit the road. That he was gone out of Shamar'S apartment. And everybody's feeling like that manager had something to do with that. Because I made a clipping of Alex, and he really made sure that ain't nobody gonna play with Shamar. He said it out of his own mouth. On one of my videos I got on here, I got a video. It's called Shamar'S manager Alex. Don't play. And he's saying out of his own mouth how he feels when it comes to Shamar and his artists. He made it clear. He said that ain't nobody gonna play with Shamar. And then I went back and I looked at that whole video, because I only got a clip on my page on here. That whole video, and they was really talking about some deep stuff. And to make a long story short, that manager ain't gonna play when it comes to Shamar. I'm sorry. Let me see what Didi's saying. Alex is the one that got Albo out. I believe it too now. I believe it. I believe it now. Let me tell you, I thought Albo was smarter than that. I thought Albo was going to live by the words that he was quote unquote preaching, because that's what Albo came out of jail doing. Albo came out of jail preaching. And let me hold that thought. Let me see what Didi's saying. Alex was away when Albo moved those plastic bags in. I don't think it was such a big thing until Albo had Shamar acting a fool on that Friday. And after that, Albo was gone. Yeah. See, and it goes back to what I was about to say. I wanted to read what you wrote, Didi, first, because I like reading the stuff that y'all are saying down there, so y'all know y'all do not go unnoticed here on this platform. I acknowledge y'all. What I wanted to say is, Didi, that Albo should have stuck by the words that he was preaching. Albo went to jail. Yeah, he went on ahead and did what he had to do. But when Albo got out of jail, Albo was I call him the street preacher. Albo was preaching this. Oh, how he wasn't going to be drinking. How he wasn't going to be smoking. How he wasn't going to be in no mess on social media. He ain't going to be reading nobody. He going to be focused on himself, on building himself up, on going into his modeling, getting his GED, moving forward with his life, how he wasn't going backwards with nobody. He wasn't, it was just everything, bottom line to that, every single thing that Albo said out of his mouth when he got out of jail was a lie. I call it like I see it. I'm not against Albo. I'm not against Shamar. I'm not against Tommy. I'm not against nobody in that circle, but I call a spade a spade. If you're right, you're right. You're wrong, you're wrong. I am not biased under any circumstances, because I call it like I see it. And when I call it, it's in your face. It ain't nothing that I'm making up. It ain't nothing that I'm making up. It's right there in your face. It's coming out of the mouths of the person who's saying these things. And that's exactly what came out of Albo's mouth. And Albo sat up there and lied to his supporters, because the ones that that's not into Alvo like that may go over there to see what he got to say from time to time, they already know Alvo's MO. They know how Alvo rock. They know how Alvo is. It's his supporters that's delusional that don't get it through their mind that the boy is a manipulator and he's a liar. He lied about everything he said. He about worse than Trump. He might as well go to the White House and work for Donald Trump. They about what and what? Say one thing, lying to the people, then turn around and do the opposite. What's the difference? Diddy said Alvo brings the worst out of Shamar. They're all like vinegar and water. I say they don't need to be together because Alvo is only in it for his own success. Yeah, that's what it's looking like. That's what it's looking like. Alvo looks like he's in it for just to see what he could get out the deal, but he turned right around quickly and found out he wasn't going to get nothing. Whatever he had plotted and planned when it came to Shamar, that plot, that plan, that scam, that scheme didn't last a good week before he was out on his behind. He thought, let me tell you something about people. They think if it worked once, it can work again. If I did it once, I can do it again. If I fooled you once, I can fool you again. That's the mentality that a lot of people have out here, especially the ones out here on these streets. They feel like if they can pull one over on you once, they can keep pulling it over on you again and again and again. They think in their mind, well, if you're stuck on stupid, I'm going to keep playing you like you're stupid and keep getting away with what I'm going to get away with it. As long as you want to be dumb and stupid, you're going to be dumb and stupid. It ain't on them. A person can only do what you allow them to do. So when it comes to Alvo, he kept scamming because it worked for him. He kept scheming because it worked for him. He kept collecting cash apps because it worked for him. He kept using people because it worked for him. He'll move in on you for free if you let him. You let him. It worked for him. And you know, on top of it all, I don't blame Alvo not one bit. Because like I said, if you allow somebody to play you like a fool, a 2-bit fiddle, they're going to keep on stroking them strings, baby. They're going to keep on playing you until it runs out. And what happened with Alvo is it ran out like this on him. He thought he was going to hurry up and move back into Shamar'S place with him for free and run that same old playbook like he did the last time when he got back with Shamar. He thought he was going to run that same game. Let me tell you about people that run game. They don't have a new game. As long as the game is working, they are going to keep playing that same game over and over and over again because that same playbook is working for them. Alvo thought he could run the same play on Shamar. So he got out and went right back, told all of his supporters a bold-faced lie, and then he thought he was going to run that same play again. Hello? You got a long name. Hill? I'm going to just say Hill. How you doing? Welcome on in here. Alvo thought he was going to run that same old play on Shamar. Get back in there, feed him a bunch of lies. I done changed Shamar. I'm not going to be drinking no more. Shamar, I ain't doing that smoking no more. I ain't worrying about time to gossip them. I ain't reading nobody. I'm a changed man. I'm moving forward with my life. I'm not doing none of that no more. I ain't got time for that. I don't have time for that childish stuff. Man, soon as Alvo got out within the same week, I say a few days after Alvo got out of jail, Alvo started going back doing the same thing over and over again. The drinking, the smoking, the reading people, the going back and forth with Tommy the gossip, the going back and forth on TikTok with people, all over again. The same exact thing. He don't know nothing else. He haven't changed. Being in jail for 40 days and for 40 nights is not going to change you. A person is only going to change if they really want to change. If he thought he was going to get cash apps, he hurried up and tried to get in and get them cash apps. He went on doing the same old thing that he been doing. Why? Because that same old thing was working for him. Person only going to do what is working for him. And if he felt like that was working for him all along, he went back to doing the same old thing that he felt like it was working for him. That's just how it is, period, in life. If y'all do the same old thing and it's working for you, what you gonna do? You're gonna keep doing the same thing. But like I said, Shamar'S manager, Alex, is what Alvo wasn't banking on. All he probably heard was that Shamar got a new manager. He didn't know nothing about Alex. He didn't know Alex been in this game for a minute. He didn't know Alex got other artists like that he's managing other than Shamar. I keep telling y'all, Alex ain't no Rudy Poo. Alex ain't just start doing this. Alex got all kinds of artists other than Shamar that he's managing. He don't need Shamar. That's the difference with Alex. Alex will turn around, and you play with him, he gonna drop your behind. He ain't to be played with. You look at Alex. Look at him good. I'm a good character when it comes to reading people. Alex got gold at the top of his mouth, the bottom of his mouth, and everything else. Alex dressed from head to toe. Alex ain't never in a bum-looking old vehicle. Alex got money. Alex don't need Shamar. Alex don't need Shamar. Alex trying to show Shamar something. He's trying to bring Shamar to another level. He's trying to bring Shamar out of all of that mess, that drama, that BS, all of that fighting back and forth with people unnecessarily on social media. Shamar has a big problem with being messy. And I love Shamar. Everybody know how I feel about Shamar. I am for Shamar. Always have been. Never changed up on Shamar. I have never switched the game up. But I also am not biased. And I call a spade like I call a spade. I'm telling you, Shamar is messy. And that manager ain't going to have that. That manager is about business. Not business. Business. And he ain't going to put up with no BS and no mess from Shamar or nobody else. Hence the reason why Alvo behind got thrown out of Shamar'S apartment within a week's time. Because Shamar sat up there and let Alvo get in his head, get on social media, and start all that drama and that mess and going back and forth and being messy, keep keying and cockeying and back and forth with all of that. Alvo drugged Shamar into that mess because Alvo wanted views. That's what was on Alvo's mind. Alvo wanted to drag Shamar back into the picture to use Shamar for views. Talking about he wasn't going to put Shamar in the picture. He was just going to do his own content. How you going to do your own content, Alvo, if you got the cell phone like this, Shamar over here laying in the bed, you got the cell phone like this. Here you go, turning it over here to let everybody see Shamar, you was laying right next to Shamar in the bed. We already heard Shamar's doggone mouth in the background. And every time Shamar get on his social media, we hear your big mouth. We was hearing your big mouth in the background. So how was nobody gonna even know that y'all wasn't seeing each other? You wanted somebody to know y'all was seeing each other. Albo did. Because Albo knew one thing, that he was going to try to use Shamar for content so he can get his views and stuff back up so he can get paid from social media. Bingo! He wasn't with Shamar for nothing. You think Albo didn't hear how Shamar have that new management team and he was with Diamond the Body and them and Sukiana and all of them people and recording all of these songs in the studio? All of these crowds of people yelling and cheering for him. You know that Albo saw all of that because we saw it. I know Albo saw it. We all saw it. We all see it. So Albo thought, dang, boom, that's my meal ticket. All I got to do is stroke Shamar'S ego, tell him I love him, and ooh, you my boogie butt, and ooh, let's get back together and see if things gonna work. You know I love you, Shamar. That's all Albo wanted to do was stroke Shamar'S ego good enough to get back in that door, and he did just that. Once Albo got back in that door and got in Shamar'S apartment, what happened to Albo getting a job? Y'all hit that like button. What happened to Alvo getting his GED? What happened to Alvo getting himself together? What happened to Alvo doing his modeling thing? No, all Alvo wanted to do was get on that cell phone, turn it around so everybody could hear Shamar in the background and everybody could see Shamar. Oh, where's Shamar, y'all? Come on over here and run them likes up. Come on, send me them super chats. Go ahead, send me a cash app. Pin the cash app up there, y'all. That's all he wanted Shamar for. He ain't have no good intentions on having nothing to do with Shamar. Let me read down here below in the chat box, see what Didi's saying. Albo is Albo. The same bull Essa as he was before. Alex took Shamar on his wing, treats him like a brother or family member. Shamar is not, what you say, Shamar is not messy right now or something like that? Oh, Shamar only started getting messy and acting up is when somebody influences him to do so. This is the reason they feel like Shamar is easily influenced. A lot of them that's been fooling with him long enough, they know that. Was it Natanya? What's happening, baby? Get on here. We talking about Alex, Shamar'S manager. Shamar'S new manager, Alex. We talking about him. That he ain't nothing to be played with. And how Albo thought he was gonna get on in there. If y'all ain't hit the like button, baby, hit the like button. You heard me? How Albo thought he was gonna go slide on in there on Shamar. Tell all his supporters all of them big old lies he told his supporters. Then turned right around and did the opposite of what he said he was gonna do once he got out of jail. Yeah. Albo sat up there and told his supporters all of them big old lies. He wasn't gonna drink no more. He wasn't gonna smoke no more. He was gonna get his GED. He wasn't gonna do his modeling thing. He was gonna do. He was gonna do all of this good stuff. All Albo really wanted to do was just move into Shamar'S apartment long enough to stack his paper up. He stacked his paper up, and then he probably was gonna bounce, or he was probably gonna stay as long as he could possibly stay before he bounced. He didn't get a chance to. Word on the street is that Shamar'S manager Alex got involved and Albo had to go. Albo wouldn't even at Shamar'S apartment a good solid week. Tanya said exactly. You see Albo going, yeah. He Albo, Scooby-Doo, right on out that apartment. Shoot, we don't know what Alex did. Alex could have came over there with somebody. Boom, 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 boom. Open up. They probably thought it was a popo girl. Yep. And the time said Alex got him out of there. Yeah, girl. I got a little short video on here. It's called Shamar'S manager Alex Don't Play. Huh? Alex said out of his own mouth. I had to look at that full video. The full video is not on my YouTube page. I just got a clip of what Alex said out of his own mouth. He said he don't play about Shamar. Alex said he ain't gonna let nobody play with Shamar. Alex said for too long, people been playing with Shamar. So when Alex said that, it made me think that Alex went back and had been watching all along all of the stuff Shamar had been going through. Alex had been paying, hold on, y'all. Alex had been paying attention all of that time. Hold up, y'all. I'm here. All of that time that Shamar been on social media, that Shamar been on there social media acting a fool. He been watching all along. You know what made me believe that Alex been watching? Because I seen an interview. Alex said that him and Shamar been knowing each other. That's what I didn't know. Alex said that him and Shamar, I'm lagging, I could see it. This is a new computer, and I don't know why I did that. Okay. Alex said, I had to move the wire, I guess. Alex said that him and Shamar been knowing each other. And he said these words. He been watching for too long that people that been playing with Shamar. He's not going to play when it comes to Shamar'S. And he's not going to let nobody play with Shamar'S. For everybody who think that Shamar'S management team is playing around and that they can have that easy door to come into Shamar'S life and play with him, befriend him, pretend to be his friend, to pretend like they want to have a relationship with him, pretend like they want to do business with him. I hate to tell all of y'all this, but you're going to have to go through his manager, Alex. Because if anybody want to work with Shamar, anybody want to do any business with Shamar, anything like that, you got to go through Shamar'S manager. It ain't going to be easy for y'all like y'all used to, like y'all think, like y'all thought it was going to be. You're not going to be able to just enter the pearly gates of Shamar'S life like y'all used to. Remember how y'all used to be able to just have access to Shamar? Just go in there messing with him anytime y'all want to. That manager is watching y'all. That manager is watching. That manager got people watching Shamar and watching the things that he's doing. Because again, Shamar has a new image to uphold. Shamar have to grow the hell up. This is business. This ain't play time out here. This is about people's money involved. Natalia said Alex is so handsome. He's a good looking fella. Yes, he is. He's a good looking guy. But let me tell you something. Business people are not going to have their money tied up, twisted, and involved on an artist or a project of any kind unless some people off the street, Rudy Poo people, or people that they used to hang out in the streets and the bars or the clubs with Shamar, whoever they are. I don't know everybody. I'm just speaking in general because I don't know. I'm just saying that man is not going to put up with no foolishness. He don't care when it comes to Shamar hanging out, having his buddies that he hang with, having somebody that he decides to go, do whatever with, whatever. But when it comes down to messing up Shamar'S image and messing over these investors' money that's invested in Shamar'S career or invested in whatever projects Alex may have going on. These are other outside people that's coming in that may have a little piece of money to invest in certain things that this man Alex have going on when it comes to his management team, his artists, and everything else. And I'm going to tell you something, honey, and I'm gonna make myself very, very, very clear. That man is about his business, or should I say business. He ain't finna sit up here and let none of y'all over here on the east side or the west side mess up anything he got going on. Money, you're messing and playing with people's money. And that's why the heck Avo had to get his behind out of Shamar'S apartment, because Avo wants to get out and play all day. Avo wants to switch and twitch and drink and hit, kick and woo-coo and be so unserious because he doesn't have a career. Avo don't have nothing to lose. He don't have a career. He don't have nothing going for himself. So do you think that he cares about messing up somebody else's career? You got to watch hidden jealousy too. I don't know if Avo's jealous. I don't know who's jealous and who ain't jealous. That's not what I'm talking about. I say you got to watch hidden jealousy. It could be the person standing right next to you that's acting like they want to have that relationship with you, that's on the inside, that's behind the scenes getting ready to tear your whole empire down, and you don't even know it because you're too busy trying to be in love with them. That's the dangerous thing about dealing with people that claim they love you or like you or want to be friends with you or want to have relationships with you. Some of these people are only trying to get in your inner circle, on the inside of your circle, to try to tear you down because they mad and they jealous because they don't have what you got and they want what you have. Clock that. Natalia said Alex got him on the right track, and Shamar knows Alex cares about him. He done took Shamar under his wing like a big brother. Yes, he have. Yes, Alex have. And that's why I say I commend him, because he did take Shamar just like this under his wing. And I don't care what nobody say. When Shamar was getting ready to lose his apartment, who offered to let Shamar lay on a sofa? Who offered to let Shamar even sleep on the floor with a blanket until Shamar got back on his feet again and found him another place? You had some people at the time, they had an apartment to live in. They had a roof over their head. What did they do for Shamar? At this time, when this was going on with Shamar, Apple was in Houston in an apartment, y'all. Why Apple didn't say on social media loud and clear, Bookie butt, Shamar, my Bookie butt, come on over here. I'm going to come and get you and bring you over to where I'm living at for a minute, and we're going to put your stuff in storage. And until you find you another place, you could come stay over here with me in Houston. None of us heard Avo say this on social media, but he say everything else on social media. But as soon as he get out of jail, he running from pillar to post and try to bring his behind back over there to Shamar'S apartment to have him a place to stay. But why didn't Avo go get Shamar, help him put his stuff in storage, and bring Shamar back with him to stay in Houston? Shamar needed a place to stay at that time. I didn't see not one blogger. They could blog about people like a dog. They blog about Shamar, talked about him, did this, did it, want the best for him, wish the best for him, all of that. How many bloggers offered him a place to stay? How many bloggers said, hey, we're going to get together and do a GoFundMe or whatever, put him up in a hotel room or something for a little while, as long as we can or whatever, until Shamar get a place to stay? How many? How many people offer Shamar a place to lay his head? He right there in Atlanta area where a lot of these people on social media used to talk about him all the time like a dog. But if you had some on social media that used to talk decent about him, how come none of them decided to say, "Hey, let's get something going for him, and let's make sure he's in a place. He got a roof over his head until everything gets smoothed out. Let's make sure he good, okay?" Let me see what you got to say. Hold that thought, because I'm gonna end it with something. When I finish reading these comments, I'm gonna end it with something, because you got to watch people. Shamar knows Alex is good for him. Because you see, he not turning on him. He dropping people like flies because he knows Alex has his best interests. That's right. That's right. And these are the people that Shamar need to be around. Shamar need to be around people that can lift him up. Not only do Shamar need to be around people that can lift him up, Shamar need to be around people that can totally help him get to the next level. They got too many people that was popping their gums and talking all of that mess about Shamar. This is what gets me. They talked about him like a dog when he was losing his apartment, finna be back up. I heard them all say it. Yes, I did. They said Shamar was going to be back on the streets again, and they said Shamar was going to lose everything. And a lot of them was praying on Shamar's downfall. They was hoping that Shamar lose everything. They wanted him to lose everything so bad. You know why? So they can sit back and they can talk about him like a dog. They can sit back and rejoice and throw a party. Yay! Yeah! Shamar back on the streets again. Shamar back homeless again. Shamar ain't got nothing. I told y'all. I knew it was going to happen. I told y'all it was going to happen. God said no. Y'all ain't God. Y'all can wish on somebody's downfall all day long. Don't mean it's going to happen. If it's not in the cards to happen, it's not going to happen. And while a lot of y'all was wishing on Shamar's downfall, y'all should have been praying for him. Y'all should have been donating $1. Because if enough people donated $1 to help him, he wouldn't have been homeless. Which, guess what happened though? In the midst of y'all praying for his downfall, God sent Alex. He wasn't going to go homeless in the first place because I got involved. I reached out to a few people that was dealing with him. I set him up a place to stay until he got himself together in Atlanta, and I was going to send him back because I don't need anything from Shamar or nobody else. I got my own. I'm already established and I'm already set up. See, this is what I'm talking about. Even if you're not established, even if you're not set up, a lot of y'all could have sat back and said, "Y'all, let's get together and do something." Now, a lot of y'all was just waiting on him to hit rock bottom so y'all can throw a party, but it didn't happen though. Alex came. Alex came. Oh, Didi said, "I'm back," and I think he got a co-signer in Alex's name. He could have Didi. That apartment could be also Alex's name could be on it. I don't know. God sent Alex to Shamar. Yes, he did. And I believe that. You know why? Because let me tell you something that we all know, especially if you're black and you're spiritual. You don't have to be no holy roller, but a lot of us have experienced this. When you at your lowest point in life and you can't see no way out, and you don't know how the heck you're going to get out your situation. You don't know how you're going to get out your situation. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, boom, your circumstances and your situation change. All of a sudden, something happens, somebody comes along and lifts you up out of there. You say, "Oh my God, I don't know how I wouldn't have never known how I was going to get out of this. It's not meant for you to know how you was going to get out of it. It was meant for the good Lord to bring you out of your mess, in the midst, in the face of your enemies. Your enemies. God will show up and show out in front of your enemy's face. Them same people that was talking down on you, them same people that counted you out, those same people who wished on your downfall, God set up here and show up and show out in front of all of their faces. And all they can do towards the end is this. So they can't do nothing else. You better watch yourself when it comes to certain people in this world. Deidre said, Tommy has a jealous heart because he do everything Shamar do now. Watch Shamar put a star on his name like it was on the Walk of Fame, and then he put a star with his name on it. I seen that. Then right after Shamar did that, Tommy did it too. Shamar made a new song. Tommy just made a new song. But Tommy's song is about Alvo and Shamar. Shaking my head. Well, one thing I have to say is, and I'm just going to say it like this. People that got a little talent that's sitting back worrying about somebody else and watching somebody else need to be more focused on getting themselves together. I think the jig is up with that back and forth talking about each other. I think people are tired of it. I think it's done gotten old. And I think people want to see something new. And they are simply just tired of the same old playbook over and over between that whole bussy bunch, as they call it. They want to see something fresh and something new. And they are sick and tired of watching the same old back and forth between all of them. That we can expect to see it. We can expect to see that same bussy bunch back and forth at each other's throats talking about each other every day. We can expect that. We know that's going to happen because that's all they've ever done and that's all they ever do. And then you got people that's tired of watching that. People want to see something different. I personally can expect more. I expect more out of Tommy the Gossip. Alvo, I mean, I would have thought Alvo would have, got some of his little own shirts or something made, snapped a few pictures, put them up for sale, and start right there to since he want to be a model. As far as Tommy the Gossip go, Tommy's sitting on too much talent. Tommy makes people laugh. Hell, I be laughing at Tommy. I mean, seriously laughing. I'm not talking about no fake laugh. I mean, Tommy be having some stuff on there, child. I ain't gonna lie. Tommy is real funny especially when he mad. Let me tell you something. Hey, Emma, I don't know. His old peeling dirty skin. I tell you right now, I ain't gonna put up. Y'all can hate on me all you want. I'll tell you. That's Tommy. Tommy, when he get mad, that's when he's at his funniest. But no shade. Tommy need to go into his own thing. Tommy might need to want to try doing skits. Tommy might need to get him a crew to do a little Tubi movie of his own. All he needs is about 4 people. Get one person, because Tommy pay people to be on his platform from time to time. Tommy can give somebody a phone and say, hold this phone and start recording. Pay them $50. Tom can get about 3 more people to be in a little movie with him while the other person is filming it. You only need 30 minutes, because when you put a movie on Tubi, I said this before, y'all. When you put a movie on Tubi and they put them commercials in it, that movie is going to stretch out to be an hour long. So you really only need about 30 minutes of footage. Okay. So I really wish that Tommy the Gossip branched off into his own thing and don't wait for nobody else to come along and say, hey, do this and let's do this and that. No, Tommy had to do his own thing. Tommy need to get his own crew and get his own little acting thing, whatever together, and do his own little first little Tubi movie. Start with one thing and go from there. I don't see Albo really doing too much. As far as I think Albo should start with his modeling. He talk about that more than anything. But Albo needs to stop going from man to man and person to person and settle down and stop getting a new boyfriend every week. When this one don't work, he now he talking to somebody else. Albo needs to focus on himself. Get himself together. All of this hopping from one man to the next, trying to compete with somebody, because he thinks Shamar got a man, he got a man. Everybody got a man when they think Shamar got one. Where everybody want to follow somebody else. They want to follow each other too much instead of getting and making their own lane, doing their own thing separate from what each other got going on. They don't need to be tied to the hip with each other. All of them are different people. They all have different characters about themselves. None of them are alike. Tommy, Albo, and Shamar, and all the rest, they ain't none of them alike. They all are different. They all do different things. But they need to separate themselves, get in their own lane, and do their own thing in order to be able to succeed. Shamar made it out. He has a management team, a strong one at that. Let me see what you're saying, Didi. Albo didn't have a dime to his name when he came out. I like Tommy too, but he has a jealous heart. Well, maybe one of these days, if that's true, maybe one of these days, everybody, all of them in that group, especially when it comes to Shamar, Tommy, and Albo, we can say Shamar's already on the right track. He's already got a team. He already got himself set up and settled. Tommy, I feel like Tommy's up next. Albo too busy running from man to man, trying to fill an empty space within himself. You can't fill an empty space within yourself with another person. He act like he got to cling to somebody too. He need to cling to getting himself together. Not trying to make somebody jealous by grabbing a man from the streets or somewhere, wherever you're grabbing them from, and showing everybody every time Albo get a man, so he ain't even got no man. Every time Albo be with some dude, he got to put them all on social media. That's his problem. Everybody don't need to know your business. Albo wants to use people for content. Because if it was genuine, if he was serious about that person, he wouldn't keep putting everybody he get involved with on social media. Them people don't even want to be on social media. Albo's putting them people on social media. And all of that time he's wasting doing that, that's time he's wasting that he could be getting himself together. Trying to run around here trying to make people jealous, that ain't happening. That's dead. That's old. He keeps repeating himself, and it's the main reason why Albo can't get nowhere. As far as Tommy go, all Tommy got to do is this. Wash his hands, get his team, get him a small team. Count on one hand. You don't need a big team. He needs somebody that can hold the camera, a couple of people that's going to act with him and himself, and maybe another other person. He only needs 4 or 5 people all together, and that's counting himself to be a team to do a film project. I got more faith in Tommy than I got Albo. I do. I thought better of Albo, but when Albo got out of jail and showed everybody that he was the same person, that just kind of did it for everybody. Let me see what you're saying, babe. Didi says, and Tommy has his own talent and it's making people laugh. Yes, just say I said it. Shamar has talent performing, and Albo had nothing. That's why Shamar and Tommy are going to make it. Albo want to be a housewife. Yup. Albo want to be a housewife. Albo want to be a housewife. Somebody said, Hill said, I don't know if you all remember some months back when Summer broke stole Shamar's safe. Yeah, we talked. Yeah, Kay Alvo and I think Avery were on a live, and Kay and Alvo said they didn't steal from Shamar, but if they ever got the opportunity, they're going to take every dime they can from Shamar. Well, let me tell you like this. As far as anybody who thought they were going to have the opportunity to steal from Shamar again, or whoever it could have possibly been, whatever they thought that they were going to do, because to this day we don't have no solid proof on who did what. We just know it was done. Feel me? And I think right now, with Shamar having the management team that he have, it's going to be a snowy day in hell if anybody think that they can take advantage of Shamar again. It's not going to work, because Albo showed the world that it's not going to work when Albo called himself getting out of jail, moving back in with Shamar, and within a week he was out on his head because that management team ain't going to play. So if anybody think that they're gonna try to take advantage of Shamar and use Shamar this time around, that's a very slim chance on that happening. That man is Alex ain't gonna have it. I'm telling you. Let me see what she's saying. If they ever, okay, I read that if they ever get the opportunity, Albo just want Natanya said Albo just want to scam his supporters and use people. He already out here with some dude already. I seen him. Albo was some dude that breed dogs. I seen him. He the dude call himself the dog catcher child. Yup, I've seen it. Albo, did he say Albo admitted that he was skimming off the top, taking money because Shamar couldn't count. Tell you what happens when Shamar get enrolled in some classes and learn how to count, reading comprehension, and everything else. If y'all haven't noticed, Shamar sounds better in his speech when he does interviews now. I wonder why. I wonder if Shamar's learning how to count. On another note, y'all stay tuned just in case, and I'm going to keep y'all informed and updated on. I'm thinking that Shamar should be on another level, getting ready to be on another level. I don't know exactly how soon or if this is going to happen, but I did talk to his manager, Alex, and I ran it by him that I feel like Shamar is ready to go overseas. Some of y'all may not know what overseas is. Overseas is when you start performing in other countries. Canada, London, England, some say the UK, France, Japan, countries like that. So we all know for a fact, by us being Americans, that when entertainers go over there to them other foreign countries, they love them over there in those other countries. So I'm hoping that that is an opportunity that Shamar will get to go to other countries to perform, and so he can branch out and broaden himself on a larger level. Until then, we gonna see what's gonna happen, and then y'all go ahead on when y'all get off in here. If y'all hadn't hit that like button, go ahead on and smash that like button and share the live if you want. Also, stay tuned and go over there to look at some of my older videos that I posted. And yeah, love you too, Dee Dee. Love all y'all. Go to some of my older videos that I posted, and y'all catch up. But I will be back on here, on live, not today, but I'll be back on live, and I'm trying to, y'all can get in these chat box. Y'all don't be afraid. You can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Just keep it cute, because some of these ladies that are in that chat box, they're not gonna put up with all of that crazy stuff, and they will go toe to toe with you. They're not gonna play with you. Toy, where you been? Toy effing Millie, where you been? Here I am about to get off, and you just not coming here. But guess what? You know what they say here in the South? I'm from Louisiana. Y'all know that. Better late than never. But what you're going to end up having to do is go watch the recap. I'm about to get off in here, Toy. Y'all that may have been popping in and on off in here. If y'all did not watch the whole live, y'all, when I get off here, y'all go watch the recap. Y'all hit the like button and you share if you want to share. That's right, replay game. You gonna have to. You gonna have to, because you came in late. You came in late. You on black folks' time, huh? All right. Look, I'll be back on live on another day. Y'all just hit, y'all make sure y'all go and subscribe, hit the notifications and stuff, so that whenever I get ready to post a live or whatever, it can pop up hopefully, and y'all will catch it and know when I'm gonna be coming on live and what time I'll be coming on live, okay? But until then, love y'all. Until next time.